Hey everyone, Brandon here from SnowmodRC. Today I have a video about snowballs. I actually get asked a lot what a snowball is, so today we're going to talk about what they are and as well as what they do. So here is a bag of snowballs. There is enough in a bag to do an entire rig. You get a little disclaimer and some tips. You get 28 ball ends and a SnowmodRC sticker in the bag. So that is a snowball. That is what goes in your rod ends or shock ends. They call them pivot balls and all sorts of different things out there, but we call them snowballs. So we're going to take these, and I have Trail Patrol here, which is the only rig I have that does not have them installed yet, and we are going to put these in and I will show you the difference. Alright, so I took the wheels and tires off on the one side I'm going to start with. I didn't want to take the whole body off because of all the light wires. So what snowballs will fix is this. Now this rig is, I want to say, about 2 years old. It's been through 2 axial fests, and you can see that the suspension has just about had it. You can see that the axle moves within itself. So before, and we'll show you the after. So these are really easy to install. Basically, I do not have to change the rod ends at all. 99% of the time you will not have to change a rod end. These will work with your worn out ones just fine. So I cannot say all the time because, you know, there are rod ends that are just completely shot from whatever was done before installing these. So occasionally, very rarely, will you have to actually change out the rod end itself. So this is meant to bring new life to an old suspension or longer life to a new suspension. So let's get wrenching and you will see the difference. Alright, now we got one of the links apart, and one of the first things you want to do when installing these, give you some tips here while we're talking about it, is you want to clean out any debris and dirt and stuff from the previous rod and balls. So clean these out and then install the snowballs. There you go. Probably heard that pop in. Once you have the snowball installed, you just put everything back together how it was. Make sure your links are tight, of course, while you have them loose. And the nice thing about these is the magic happens when you put the screw in. It actually locks it in place. So right now you'll see it'll spin in there and everything nice and freely, kind of like the one that was in there before it, but it'll snug up a little bit when you get it installed all the way. Plus, these are compressible, so if you need just a little bit more to fill your rod end, you can just tighten it just a smidge more. Obviously not so tight that you break your shock mount, but you can snug it up a little bit more and open this up inside here and really get a custom fit to your link. So there are a lot of upsides to this. Overall, once the suspension is fixed, you will have yourself a very long-lasting suspension, a very predictable suspension, and as well as a very planted suspension. It will handle amazing on the rocks, especially when there is no more body shift. So let me throw all these back in there and I will show you the after of snowballs. Alright, so about 15-20 minutes later, here we go. This is the after. I got all the snowballs installed. They went in really nice. Even put them in the shocks because everything on here was pretty much shot. And now you can see there is no more play in the suspension whatsoever. And you still get your nice flex. So, there you go. That's a snowball. 28 in the bag, enough to do a whole rig. Compressible. You don't need to lube them or anything. They're resistant to abrasion and chemicals and so on. So they pretty much take anything you want to throw at them. Exclusively at SnowmodRC. Hopefully you found this useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we'd be happy to get back to you. And you have yourself a good day. We'll see you next time.